All right, here we are. Today's a new project. Like I really needed another one, but you know, that's how it goes. This one's 54 Chevy, a 150, not a Bel Air like everyone thinks that that's the only thing that exists, but this is the 150 base model trim. Real cool car. Dug out of a chicken house about 30 minutes north of here a while back, and just finally getting time to start on it. Quick walk around. Looks like it had one repaint sometime in its life. Got some steelies I threw on there off of my Chevelle. I mean, this is just your, you know, super old car that was in a barn. It's had some kids shoot the windows out. Ratty interior. You know, all that's going to get addressed. This is going to be a dailyable, vintage style hot rod. Got some cool plans for it. Going to get some fresh trim. Going to get a cool motor, something odd, something different. Today, we're going to do away with all that old technology front end and put a Speedway Mustang 2 kit. This is all the Speedway Mustang 2 installed. Stripped the frame rail down, welded everything in, and put this chassis saver paint on. It's got a super nice sheen to it. I don't know if that translates well to video, but it's got like the perfect satin black. Yeah, so yeah, we welded all this stuff in, inside and around. Like I said, Mustang 2, we went with the standard lower control arm, with the separate tension rod. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't do that again. I would do the tubulars, because locating that rear radius arm or tension rod or whatever, I'll show you back here. This one, that was a huge pain in the butt. Not a fan of that, but I know now. So the next one will get your tubulars that totally do away with that. So yeah, obviously rack, coil spring. This was a budget build, so we didn't go with coilovers or bags. And these are trimmed to fit, so this isn't anywhere near the end ride height, but it's just loosely mocked up. We don't have anything torqued or tightened, no cotter pins. Just wanted to get it all together, get it rolling again, so the car will be mobile. As you can see here, welded everything up nice and pretty. And back here, let's talk about these bad boys. So these are Walton Fabrication motor mounts, and you can't see it back there, but I've got its transmission mount as well. Super nice pieces. Super nice pieces, especially for the money. See here, they designed to offset it forward, and that allows you to, if you can see it down there, we can sneak up the rack U-joints, so clears through there. Like I said, all new grade A hardware, come poly bushings, relatively inexpensive, a touch over 300 bucks for motor and transmission mounts, pre-engineered. Literally followed the instructions. Super nice guy. Does his own tech support, so definitely use these again. I'm pretty sure that's all he does is these cars, and it works great. New floor pans. Made these myself because I can, and the really nice ones are really expensive, and the affordable ones don't look like they fit very well, so I just decided to make my own. Went with the vintage shifter. I think this was the 16 or 18 inch version. I don't know, I just like I'm trying to go with the retro feel like we talked about on this one. As you can see here, deleted the spare tire well. It has some rust in it, and I'm not going to put a spare tire in it, so no point. Fixed a little bit of rust here and there, and put Raptor liner over the whole trunk, and it just gives a nice uniform look. You can see some new shocks peeking through there. Finished the fuel system. You can see the filter line, you know, all the new copper line for that. Power steering lines have been made to the Mustang 2 rack, so that's awesome. Still got to tie them away once I put the inner fenders in. Modified the stock steering column with a CPP kit and integrated using these U-joints and double D shaft, so able to use the stock steering wheel and the stock column, which is awesome. This is another piece I'm really excited about from Walton Fabrications. It's got the plate the master cylinder, proportional valve, the pedal and brackets to make it all firewall mounted. As a lot of you know, the factory brake pedal was frame mounted, went through the floor. So we did away with that and, you know, updating a little bit. We're getting closer. There it is.
You got your sunglasses on now. This chrome might be, you know, a little bright.
Yeah. Make sure you check all this bright work out. This thing turned out really cool, if I do say so myself. We did a satin clear coat over the original paint, so it preserves the patina. We were going to wasn't going to buff it, but decided to do a satin clear coat, and it turned out really cool. It's got just the right sheen, and it complements the chrome so well. Did all new emblems, hood bird, obviously grill, bumper, all that. All new taillights, all new LED bulbs front and rear. Indian blanket, falsa blanket, Mexican blanket, whatever you want to call it. Did that on the package tray and used blanket seat covers. These are actual seat covers, not just blankets. I had to leave the bullet holes in the window. They're not actually holes. If you look, it's just where like a BB gun hit it. But it complements the look of the car so well, and it doesn't leak, and the window still rolls up and down, so I'm leaving it. It's neat. See in the back here, front and rear bench covers, you know, they still fold, so you can put all the young ladies in the back, whatever. New carpet kit, you've already seen all the new floorboards under there, new seal plates. Retained the stock steering wheel and column, used a CPP adapter, and that worked out great. Got the little vintage style floor shift, just because, you know, got rid of all the red. If you remember, it had all red metal in here, which was terrible. Did satin black on everything. Little triple gauge pod for the hot rod feel.
About the dual carbs.
Yeah, 250 inline six, upgrade from the stock motor. It's Offenhauser intake, twin carbs. They run so smooth. I mean, it idles great, starts great, runs great. It's got that good vintage feel. Aluminum radiator.
So you can drive it.
So we could actually drive it.
In Georgia heat.
In Georgia heat, exactly. But painted the top black because I don't want it just staring you at the face. You know, I don't know. It's just, I want it to feel vintage. I know the center of it being aluminum is not vintage, but it just looks better than all aluminum because it's, I don't know, it's what I like. Power steering kit here. Factory pump and bracket off of like a late 70s C10 mixed in with the Mustang 2 front suspension from Speedway. All that works good, turns well. Yeah, the S10, we did the 4-wheel drive, disc brake, limited slip, S10 rear end. I love it because it's a 150. You know, most of these cars you see today are Bel Airs, and I guess more of those probably survived because they were more expensive cars, so people took better care of them. You know, the 150s were the cheaper, more disposable cars, but this one survived. It's got little different things on it. You know, the smooth sides, no chrome. The little gravel guards in the back are actually black rubber. You'll see most of these things are stainless, polished stainless on the Bel Airs, but these are actually black rubber. And just the little things like that make it different. You know, just different enough. Put new side windows, but they're rolled down. Put a new vent window in it, all the ones that were broken, you know, but I mean, you can hear nice and smooth, quiet. You hear the exhaust.